This is my fantasy world. We're gonna do a Wicso for my fantasy world. So these are the starting civilizations. We're gonna do a like typical like Wicso playing thing. So my friend Connor, say hello. Say hello. Okay. He's gonna be.
Uh, Comrade, it is not your
I'm
fantasy
gonna.
world.
I'm gonna.
It is
Literally,
our
you've done.
fantasy world.
You've done no work and contributed absolutely nothing to this world. Okay.
I actually added a
No.
new
No.
species.
No, you didn't. Tell me where the Iribi live again. I'm just curious. What continent do the Iribi live on?
One of them.
No, they live on this continent.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said that.
It's
That's
the
what I
Iribi.
said.
No, this is the
Loyal viewers. That's what I said, right, guys?
anyways.
The viewers will always take my side, trust.
So these are the civilizations when they start. Connor, which society would you like to play as?
Uh, I'm assuming there's no society for the dudes I added.
Bro, it's a monster. There's probably like 10 of them.
And all 10 of them should get together and form a society.
No, bro, no.
They could form a Discord group chat.
Okay, fine. There's 11 of them, just so that they can't all be in one Discord group chat.
They could form a Discord server.
No. Actually, hold up.
Yes, they.
There's probably, I'm gonna add a few more civilizations that will probably disappear soon. So, the Kota probably have. They're like people with eagle claws, and
Mountain people.
there are people with
Is
eagle
that
claws and
Bhutan?
eagle wings. No, it's the Kota.
It's the Quotan.
No.
It's the Quotan. It's the Bhutan.
There's a reason that I hate you.
I want to play as the humans.
Okay. Which one? Which human society?
The red one, because the other one looks like barf.
Neither of them are red. This one is pink, though. Or
I love
magenta.
hot pink.
Yeah, you probably love other things. I'm gonna shut up. Anyways.
And what? Like what?
Nothing. Nothing.
Like what?
I said nothing. That's what I said. Okay. So we're gonna add a cities layer.
Can I make a city?
No, you don't get one.
Aw.
You see, I probably would have given you one, but you asked, so you don't get one.
No, I want to make one in the middle of the desert.
You don't live anywhere near a desert.
I know, but can we have a city in the middle of the desert?
No, you get a city.
Yay! I'm gonna name it Townville.
No, it's not called that.
Why not?
Because I said so, that's why.
Bergville.
No.
Villeberg.
No.
Uh, Bergville Street.
You're not naming it. Most of these cities aren't gonna get names until towards the end of this Wixo, because this is only going up to the Middle Ages.
But I want it to be called Bergville.
No.
What about Villeberg?
No. I think I would rather die than allow one of the names you picked to be the name of your city, okay?
And we have a random small town in the middle of the desert that's called Villeberg.
Probably not.
Why not? There's an island that has a place called Banana.
Because I hate you.
There's an island that has a place called Poland, a place called London, a place called Paris, and a place called Banana.
Okay, so this human state
Anything's
is gonna start
possible.
expanding immediately because why not?
Can can I ask Rome why it's roaming?
How are you so historically illiterate? You see a Bronze Age empire and you go, ah, yes, Rome.
Because it's for the rage bait. Obviously, that's not Rome. Obviously, that's America. I
I'm
am
gonna add,
so funny. Nah, it's
I'm gonna
just
add
like one
some
of those
rules.
random ass Middle Eastern empires that are like really boring.
I hate you. You're so historically stupid. It's infuriating. It like actually drives me insane how brain dead you
Am I
are.
wrong? Is it not one of those big Middle Eastern empires that likes
The fact that you think it's the fact that when you talk about Bronze Age empires, just go, oh, they're big Middle Eastern empires. It's so fucking stupid.
but that's
Like,
just
be
what
smart.
they were. They were all the same thing, but they were just all
No,
the
no, bro. They were all distinct. They all had their own unique histories, bro. Like, what are
they
we
had
doing?
the same borders. I don't want to hear about some distinct. They
Bro,
all went from the
you are
Balkans to Persia and had
only
sieges
one
for them.
empire did that. Genuinely, only one empire did such a thing.
I'm gonna look at that real quick.
Actually, no. Maybe you could argue the Medes did that. Okay, you have literally
I
only the
will look
only the
in
Achaemenids.
my Bible and prove that there was more than. Yep, there's three of them
Oh,
at least.
oh wow. Ah, yes, the Medes who existed for a couple, like maybe 10 years. Then the
Actually,
Persians.
this Bible's historically inaccurate because its Roman borders are incorrect, so it's probably not.
Are you
The
sure that they
Rome
just didn't
borders.
look that like that at the time? Like what? Like you don't know anything
This
about
is
the
a
ancient world.
modern
Why are
Bible.
you, bro? You don't know anything about the ancient world. I don't think you can be critiquing literally anyone on historical accuracy.
I know about Rome. That's about it.
Yeah, but I don't think you know what Rome looked like at every single distinct period in its
I
history.
know that it never had that specific border. They either had like half of Germania or along the Rhine.
Uh, I just don't want to hear what you have to say, bro. I'm sorry. You
Why
don't know
is it?
anything about the ancient era. Okay. Rome
No,
isn't
this
even the
was
ancient era.
Rome.
Like,
This was
like
Rome. It was supposed to be Rome at its max extent, and it didn't have.
oh, they tried to do max extent. Oh, okay, that's inaccurate then. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even have that. They don't even have
I'm gonna
glass
make
yet.
a massive continent spanning river.
That sounds like a fun idea. I love continent spanning rivers. That's why I have two of them.
No, you don't. You don't have any rivers. You're a bum. I'll
Let
kill
me
you.
look something up. Oh no. So my computer might randomly die. So if I go really quiet, I'm either not listening or my computer.
Bro, not listening during recording is embarrassing, I can't lie.
I'm focused on.
On being a bum. That's what you're focusing on.
No, that's not true.
It literally just is, bro. I'm
Lying to
sorry.
me. No, I'm
You
not
are just
talking
a
to
bum.
you. I'm talking to this thing. I'm talking to this thing.
Why are
The
you doing other
Mississippi.
things during recording?
No, I'm saying I own the Mississippi.
Ugh.
I own the
That's
Mississippi and the Rhine and Danube.
okay. We have the rivers now. Actually, I'm gonna add a few more. Few more. Okay, so what's gonna happen next is a few more human societies are gonna be founded.
Can I just chill out for a while and build something?
Yeah, I guess you can just work on like your society, but you're gonna become decadent and collapse soon, definitely.
Why? I
Because
want to
like
make a
every, because
democracy.
dude, you were like one of literally the first civilizations to happen. You already did your innovations, and they were irrigation and the wheel or something like that. Okay,
Oh yeah.
you
Can I use
existed
the
using
wheel to
innovation
make the
itself.
first unicycle?
No, I'm not letting you have any joy or whimsy.
Aw. Was punishing me for existence.
I'm punishing you for being annoying to me constantly. Uh,
If you the mutual's feeling.
yeah. So these are more human societies forming.
Can
At
I
this
go
point, a lot
down?
of these societies are trading with the elves, and at this is when they find out about like Sari, which is the Gurechi in charge of the elves, and they start like despising the elves because they have a so the humans already like all of these states already hate each other because they all worship like different spirits and such. But they hate the elves even more because the elves worship like something that's not even like the same category.
I'm going to go on a trek to find a ginger.
No, you're not.
I can't send out an army group to try to find a ginger.
No one knows what those are, and I don't even know if
I
I'd add
don't?
them, okay? I don't know if I'd add them, okay?
You don't know if you're gonna add my wonderful species?
I probably won't.
Please, Speed, I need this.
Okay. So this country here, the I forget what this country. I don't think this country has a name yet, but it
The green.
breaks in half.
That upper half seems to have gotten everything cool. Like literally.
Yes, but
Chuddy ass bottom half.
they are decadent and lame, so they this half breaks away and uses its military to just like seize these cities immediately, and they decide that they want to try to unite humanity. So they are
No.
gonna form this empire here.
Uh,
So
I'm to die.
this is the first series of major wars, right? In like history anywhere. So,
Okay, do I know about this?
yes. To be clear, there have been wars before, but like this is the first like
I have
oh,
an
this is
idea.
like first.
I'm going to become a migrating group and I'm going to start moving away from that guy.
Okay, like you're gonna colonize some islands or something.
No, I'm just going to move my entire country
So the
constantly.
elves, the guy in charge of the elves, his name is Kasari, like the Gorechi in charge of the elves. So he decides to divide the elven kingdoms and say, okay, I'm gonna set your borders for the future. Like already they're getting their borders set, and because the elves are peaceful, they're not gonna fight too many wars. So this land, these guys are gonna get this. So this is all the land divided up, but these countries aren't going to really move to claim it too much. However, like their authority is technically recognized by like all the elves in this area, but it isn't enforced at all, except Well, let me do that. This country, which does get a decent amount of recognition along the coasts of the elven societies, where they're able to start enforcing their power. Meanwhile, this state, which I haven't erased their border yet, is growing. I'm gonna add the world's cities now. Are you even paying attention, Connor? He's not. Crazy that you're being recorded and you still don't respond when someone asks if you're paying attention. So I'm adding cities. Um, so you now to move over to what the Scalemen are doing, or the Voodoo. They also are doing a lot of war, but they are also conglomerating like the elves. However, it's through like just conquest. So this state is conquering a lot to the west, especially along the coast, and a little bit to the east. However, that is mostly coastal, and they're trying to get trade with this state, who is just conquering as much as they can north of these mountains. So these states are basically forming more early on empires. And these empires are kind of just like establishing regions, sort of the Voodoo. However, these guys aren't actually particularly founding many cities in the lands they conquer. They're mostly just using them to like tax the inhabitants and such. The only cities that do end up springing up from this are one there, because these guys are trying to get trade, and one there. In consequence, however, of a lot of this trade developing northwards, states start to form among these islands. So there, there, this island has two countries. So this world is quickly becoming populated with more countries that are forming a lot due to trade. Like the humans are trading somewhat with the elves, and the elves are trading with the humans. So yeah, this is these, however, are we can check the map. You can see these are Iribi states. So the first, or not because there's one here, but like most of the first Iribi states are forming from trade with the the Voodoo. So after like a lot of time after this southern part of this continent was partitioned, these guys are finally going to start enforcing their claims, especially along these islands, um, because they are trying to get trade with these guys to get goods that are in human areas, like luxuries and such from there, and resources they have. And these guys are doing the same with like enforcing their claim, sort of, in areas that are mostly just trying to get them stuff for trade. So there's now an actual decent like pathway you can sail if you want to get places. And since most travel is done by sailing, a lot of these claims they make are coastal, so you can go from like a human country, sail along this elven country, through these islands, and to this elven country. And this country obviously also wants the goods, so that leads to this country, in order to continue trade, enforcing their claims up to here. And this country is doing a lot well, just kind of expanding without having to go enforce claims. They kind of just convince their fellow elves to join them. The the humans, this empire here is continuing to expand. They end up conquering these two states. And if we go back to the mountains, they one of their rulers decides to expand southwards. Let me put on the river layer. So they're gonna go to claim the land, generally speaking, that is up to this river here. Okay, so here we have pretty important line, this river. We're gonna turn off the mountains real quick. I'm gonna dive them in really quick. So this is what they look like now. They've managed to unite a lot of humanity. However, they haven't managed to unite all of it because humans extend up to like here-ish, I think. Let me check the map. Yeah, humans extend up to this mountain range here. So they have a long way to go. To go check on the Arakan, they have this is the Arakan states that have emerged in this time period. They have not done much. Most of these states have like they have a lot of their effort dedicated towards scholars, having their society gain like knowledge and advancement. However, this is when like combat like magic obviously has existed and combat magic has existed. However, a college like a mage college appears in this state here that is so dedicated towards combat magic, which like, is kind of unusual for the Arakan, like to be very dedicated towards combat magic, that they are able to conquer and unite a very, very large portion of the Arakan. And if we turn on the mountains right here, they could probably go further south. And their military right now is relatively small compared to most militaries. And um, in as a method of defense, they have mostly adopted like powerful walls, like with some degree of assisting with magic building it, right? Like it's a very magic oriented state. Um, so they are doing pretty well. Yeah. Um, the last thing we're gonna see here today is several Iribi states emerge in further north, somewhat due to trade, but also just due to like people are congregating. So we're gonna see like states are gonna start emerging more in the future in places not just due to trade, but just to people congregating in like lower degrees of trade. Not even too much trade is required. But that's gonna be the end of our first episode.